Hey folks, welcome back to Highway Blossoms. Sleek and lavish. Mariah's fuck me. It's like the fucking fifth word. Mariah's motorhome is fuck. It's like a mansion on wheels. Its chromy black paint is so fresh you can practically smell the primer. Here we are. Bass, sweet bass. She throws the door open. Joe, Tess, buck up. We got guests. Marina and I shoot each other an unsure glance. Fuck, I can't. This has got to be the last episode. I cannot read. Then enter the motorhome. Oh, hey, did you finally make some friends? Blow it out your ass, slacker. It's just as big and expansive on the inside, making my RV look like a toilet in comparison. It's definitely a luxury class, unlike my Class C. Or at least it would be a luxury motorhome if not for the seemingly random decor. The wall is littered with posters of ska bands, the worst genre of music. And even where are the license plates scattered everywhere, some in boxes, some on the table, and some strung together like a wind chime. A beanbag in the corner and bottles of empty beer and liquor cast off on the ground. The place looks more like a frat pad than a base. An impression further aided by the guy sprawled out on the couch, his head wrapped in a bandana like Mariah's. Bandana guy? Someone's fast today. No luck with treasure taker. Yeah, no thanks to you. And me and Tess are holding down the fort. It's a very important job. He gestures at the cot above him, a hollow space under some cabinets. It looks like a row of cupboards used to be there, and they were shipped away to make room for it. Lying on top is a little girl facing the other direction, fiddling with something I can't make out. She's wearing another identical bandana. Is that right, Tess? Tess gives a barely existent nod and continues tinkering. I like that little yeah, that's cute. See what I tell you? Has she been like that the entire time? Yup. She hasn't moved since she left this morning. It's kind of sad. Please don't think I haven't noticed you were on that couch when I left. Guilty as charged. I imagine he just looks like a cat. Oh, that stupid laugh. I clear my throat, reminding them of our presence. Oh, right. This is my team. The lucky who's become one with the couch is Joseph, and the squirt is my kid sister Tess. Joe, Tess, this is Alyssa and Melina. Amber and Marina. Whatever. They're looking for the treasure too. Ew, ladies. I can only hope that the highly trained elite team are hidden in the bathroom. Hi, I'm Marina. It's really nice to meet you. Marina jumps in front of me, taking hold of the conversation by its throat. The other girl is Amber. Say hi, Amber. Hi. Don't mind her. She's just grumpy. I'm not grumpy. You sound pretty grumpy to me. I groan and start muttering nonsense under my breath. I didn't think being a realist would make me grumpy. She doesn't think the treasure exists. Uh-oh, Mariah, we got a non-believer in our midst. Why do they keep saying that? Why do you think I brought her here? If you think you'll be able to convince me that this treasure is real, then fine, but you have another thing coming. Come on, where's your sense of adventure? Back in my motorhome. We can take you and your sense of adventure back to Carlsbad if you want. No thanks. Carlsbad? California? New Mexico. Rolling her eyes, Mariah walks over to a drawer. From inside, she pulls out something wrapped in cloth and brings it over to me. Go ahead, take a peek. Her smirk reappears, curling across her face as if this were a game and there's no way she could lose. Morty! Hesitant, I bring my hand to the rack and unwrap it. What? No, wait, this is... That's right. Lying swaddled in the cloth is a yellow nugget. It's a good word. I like nugget. I give it a squeeze. It's soft, definitely not a piece of pyrite. It's gold! But how? You know the miner who hid the treasure? That's Joseph's great-great-uncle. You're lying. I could testify to that. It's true. This thing is a family heirloom. More like it was lying forgotten in my basement until we stumbled across its kids. After that, I heard great tales of the miner and his hidden treasure. She went to the library and found old newspaper clippings making fun of him. Then I made it my life's goal to find his treasure. She's been obsessed with it ever since. Help. That's a load. I saw you at the store yesterday. If you knew so much about the treasure, then why you had to buy one of those journals? Another side of my family probably got the journal after he kicked out. We didn't hear about it until everybody else died. This doesn't prove anything. Mariah shoots me a scowl, similar to the look she gave the clerk yesterday. What are you trying to say? Sis. Tess finally moves, hopping down from her cot, another license plate wind chime in her hand, and the plates clanking together as she runs over to Mariah. Sis, I finished it. She says this without a hint of emotion, her eyes in a constant half-open state. It's kind of unsettling. How many is that now? 44? 45. Marina bends down to Tess's level and greets her. Oh, are you collecting license plates? Uh-huh. I only have 5 more until I have all 50 states. And what states do you have there? New Mexico. Her voice and expression don't change, still dry as the desert air. Fucking, I gotta figure out what the fuck is wrong with this. Mariah scoffs. At least yesterday wasn't a complete waste of time. That junker was a piece of crap. Wait a second. Oh, the parts were rustier than my ass. Even the scrap metal wasn't worth it. Just be thankful we found it. We'd be busted if I hadn't salvaged the good parts. Besides, that money is going to keep us from starving. I look at Marina, but she doesn't seem to have put it together. About that car you found, that wasn't outside Roswell, was it? I'm just gonna do this. Boom. Might be low. It's just run out of batteries. Even though I just charged it the other day, but I played a lot of Five Nights at Freddy's too, because sometimes you just gotta play tons of Five Nights at Freddy's too, because it's a good game. It's a real good game. It's a real good game. Marina's eyes go wide, realization finally penetrating her skull. Yeah, not too far from the store. What do you care? I can feel my blood begin to boil. Marina can feel it too. Amber? Every part of me is shaking. I struggle to spit out the words. Her car was stolen outside of Roswell yesterday. It was out of gas, so we went to get some. Joseph is the next to realize it, followed by Tess. Oh, crap. So, I can't hold it in anymore. Sorry, Marina. So, you stole her car and dismantled it! Joseph jumps off the couch and apologetically bows repeatedly, all in one swift motion. Each bow makes me a little bit angrier. Joey said it was okay. I thought it was. Mariah gave me the go-ahead. You told them it was alright? Yeah, so it's your own fault for leaving it out there. How? How on earth is it our fault that it broke down? You know, finders keepers. It's a freaking car! Tess tugs on my shirt. What? I don't mean to, but the word snaps out of my mouth. The tiny girl shrinks away. All right, Amber, just calm down. We can talk this out. Here. She holds out the wind chime made of Marina's license plate. Her eyes cast downward. You can have it. Never mind. Calming down isn't gonna happen. A hand grasps my shoulder. I turn to Marina. She shakes her head and smiles. Amber, it's okay. But... really, it's fine. She bends back down to Tess and smiles reassuringly. You can go ahead and keep it, sweetie. The trio, Mariah included, are taken aback by Marina's saint-like reaction. Don't worry, guys. It's fine. Joseph breathes a sigh of relief. Oh, God. Thank you so much. We're all really sorry about this, right, Mariah? Yeah, I guess. About as fed up with this as I am, Joseph shoots her a glare and smacks her on the back of the head. Ow, alright, I'm sorry, and stuff. Marina, are you sure? They destroyed your car. Yeah, but it was pretty run down anyway. You're unreal. You know that? Anyway, we should head out now. We have a few things to take care of. Thanks for showing us the gold. Now I'm sure the treasure is real. No problem, ladies. Again, I'm really sorry for all this trouble. If there's anything we can do for you, just give us a shout. Sure thing. We head for the door, but Marina turns around before stepping outside. By the way, was there a phone in the car? The pink is it? Yeah, that's the one. We got so that's It feels like the page is staring back at me. In fact, at this point, it probably is. My gaze drifts from the journal to the window by the entrance. Marina's outside, twirling the payphone's cord as she pops in another quarter. She bites her lips and looks through the window. Our eyes meet. She sends me a small, anxious wave. Closing the book, I let out a yawn and remove my head from my fist. I'm sure there's a red imprint on my cheek. Figuring out we had to go to Shiprock was the easy part. Everything else has been a gigantic pain in the ass. There's a rush of precious cold air getting sucked from the building. Marina enters, carefully shutting the door and taking the seat opposite me in the booth. So how did it go? It went fine, I guess. Your parents are okay with all of this? Maybe not okay. A smile creeps onto her face. But they understand. At least someone gets it, because I still don't. They weren't happy about the car, though. I think you were the only person who was. How couldn't I be? Mariah showed us that the treasure is real. You're going to believe the people who stole your car.
Hey, it was an accident. They didn't mean to. Besides, they're nice.
Before I can argue further, appropriate use of further, our waitress emerges from the kitchen carrying our order. A hot black coffee for me, a milkshake for Marina, and a large order of fries for us both. Marina's eyes brighten at the sight of the shake. Like with the slushie, her sweet tooth takes control of her and she practically starts drooling over the glass. With a nod, the waitress disappears back into the kitchen.
Thanks for the food, by the way.
Well, it's not like I really had a choice. I could hear your stomach from the driver's seat. I wasn't about to let you starve to death on my watch. Plus, I was getting pretty hungry, too. Amazingly, Marina didn't freak out at the side of the diner, like she has at everything else so far. I was genuinely shocked when I didn't hear a gasp of awe escape from her mouth as we pulled up.
Hey, Amber, why don't you get a shake, too? Coffee and fries don't really go together, don't you think?
I'm fine. I don't really like sweet things.
But it's super good, especially when you dip your fries in it.
That's pretty good, yeah. She takes several of her fries and does just that, especially if it's not especially Frosty as opposed to like shakes. Like fries and a Frosty is full on. Dipping them in the shake like it was ketchup or mustard. That's silly. I can do the same thing with my coffee. Taking a fry, I dunk it into my coffee and take a bite out of it. Oh, that sounds terrible. That was a bad idea. Grimacing, I place the rest of the fry on my napkin as I try to cope with the cold chill and sulfury aftertaste.
Maybe it would work better if you put creamer in it.
Somehow I doubt that. Besides, it would just ruin the coffee.
I don't know how you can even drink it without cream, or at least a little sugar. It's so bitter.
It's an acquired taste, otherwise known as Stockholm Syndrome. You find flavor in the bitterness.
That's why I think it's weird that you drink something like that.
How do you mean?
I don't know.
Her brow furrows in deep thought.
You always seem so yes or no about stuff. If you like something, then you do. If you don't like something, then you don't.
You're losing me, Mare.
What did Mom used to tell us when we didn't listen to her? Oh, yeah. Basically, you have a really thick head, Amber.
I nearly spit the coffee out of my mouth. Gee, thanks.
Or was it a thick skull? Whatever, you know what I mean, right?
I think so. Maybe. It wasn't really an acquired taste for me, now that I think of it. Maybe I've always liked the bitterness. Or maybe I just convinced myself that I did. I don't know. Is that a bad thing? Just like in Mariah's RV, Marina shakes her head and gives me a sweet, genuine smile.
I don't think so. I actually really like it. It reminds me of Shiprock.
A warm, tickling sensation bubbles up in my chest. It forces me to smile, but I play it off all cool and breezy-like. I remind you of a rock? Shouldn't say that kind of thing. People might think they're insults. Satisfied with how I played that off, I reach for a fry to reward myself, but instead of hot, crispy goodness, something smooth brushes against my finger to the plate of fries. Marina's hand, for a split second, rests below mine. We instinctively snap back. Oh, I wish I had a snap back and reach. Marina's face is a bright shade of pink, and mine is probably similar. Sorry. The room feels 10 degrees hotter while we try to reestablish eye contact, but our glances shoot off in other directions as soon as we meet.
Hey, Amber.
I managed to compose myself long enough to look back.
You said something about bills and expenses last night, right? I don't know exactly what you meant by that, or what it is you have to pay off, but Since we know the treasure is real now, I was wondering, maybe you might think about sticking around to look with me? Or we could even split it, or something.
Well, first off, we don't even know if the treasure is actually real. Mariah could be pulling our legs. My coffee is mostly gone. All that's left is a puddle and a few stray grounds. I'll think about it, though.
Really?
I only said I would think about it. Don't get too excited just yet.
I won't. I just think it would be super cool.
Marina flops her chin down and rests on the table.
How's it going, anyway? Have you figured out where the first part of the treasure might be?
No luck. It's not like the guy drew a map or anything. He just jotted down the details about the places he went to. That rambling about how awesome he was.
Do you think Mariah was right and hit it on top of old Shippy?
Don't listen to Mariah, okay? She doesn't know what she's talking about. Think about it. How would he even scale the mountain? He was traveling solo on horseback. I doubt he would have had the tools to do it. And even if he did, I'm pretty sure he would have gone on and on about it in his journal. With a puppy dog whine, Marina frowns.
Are you sure you didn't mention something else? Maybe something we didn't catch?
I slide the book across the table and the leftover crumbs, stretching out my stiff joints as I rest against the booth. Take a look if you want. My eyes are going to start bleeding if I read it again. The only thing you really mention are the rocks and the dikes around it.
Oh!
Marina forces herself to stare down at the plate, a blush from earlier reappearing. Oh? No, not like that. I stifle a giggle. Teasing her is gonna be a blast. I mean the rocks that branch out from the mountain, that's what they're called. Huh. It's so simple. But it makes sense. I shoot up and throw down some money. Marina jumps at the sound of the table rattling.
What's the matter? Did you figure out where it is?
Maybe, or at least a general area. I march toward the door. The table rattles again as Marina leaps up. She stays behind to straighten it out before scrambling to catch up with me.
We're going now?
Hell no, we don't have any equipment. But we know someone who does. I shove the door open, the last bastion between refreshing air and burning, dry heat. Come on, let's go cash in a favor. Hey! Anyway, oh, it's my neck. Anyway, we gotta call that a night. But thank you so much for watching. I'm digging this. It's relevant to my interests. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. I hope to catch you next time. See ya.